Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? I welcome you to, once again, to the Day 2 of the Participate National Conference 2022. I'm very sure you're very excited to be here, guys. So clap for yourself. Clap for the very good panelists we have here also. More importantly, I cordially invite you to this panel discussion. This is the first of two. We're going to have another panel after this, and that will also be moderated by Joseph. Joseph, you can say hi.
Hello.
Yeah, that's our guy right there. Now, this dialogue will cover the amazing work that these young leaders have done, and their working group that they come from. And they also do a situational analysis of youth participation and the role of young people, the government, and civil society in advancing democracy and participation. By end of this discussion, this dialogue, we want to move one step closer to advancing participation and democracy in this country. So we have 11 counties represented in this participate conference. So this is a truly national event and a national panel. What do you feel, guys? Yeah, so we want this to be a highly interactive session. We will have sessions for comments and Q&A. So kindly, until the panels are done, hold your comments. We're going to have a session where we're going to ask questions. We want this to be, maybe it will be under 1 hour. And so we ask the panelists and the participants as well to keep the time. So now to the panel, I will introduce them. We have David Kimani talking about peace from Nairobi County. You guys clap for him. It comes from the streets, our Talent Topic organization. We'll talk more about it when he takes the stage. We have Bernard Mugo from Rwanda. He's going to talk about social inclusion. Done very good work with PWDs from Absolute Power and Light CBO. And then we have Shalin Abiambo Otieno. Shalin with these guys.
There are things that really work well for the young people when it comes to social accountability. And I really do not want to say that young people do not participate. All of us are here right now, and it is interesting that our conference inaitwa participates in your meaning that we need to participate in every other aspect of life in whichever the place that we are in. And on the ground, when we are interacting with the young people, you find that on issues to do with social accountability, and I'm making an assumption that all of us understand what accountability means in this situation, and especially when you're talking about social accountability. I would say that the civil society organizations have really tried to build the capacity of young people. So the fact that young people have the skills, they have the capacity, not all of them though, but the people that have the skills, the people that have the capacity, they are always able to participate in social accountability issues, and the fact that we have the knowledge and the information when it comes to issues to do with which tools are required for this specific work, and which policy maker are we supposed to report to when we are talking about these and issues like those ones. And also access to information has also influenced how much their people participate. You realize that from the county where I come from, sometimes accessing information is really difficult, depending on which information that you're looking for. If you're looking for issues to do with data, then it's really a big challenge. But if you're looking for budget documents, you'll get them in the website. And I really admire the work that West Pokot is doing when it comes to issues to do with budget making. I think in the last transparency survey, it was rated the best in the whole country because it was rated the best. But I would say CIR we moved from a 22 to at least a 26% in terms of how much open they are, how much transparent the county is in the budget documents. So you find for us it's really still a challenge in terms of accessing information. Even right now, the CIDP that is supposed, the third generation CIDP that is supposed to be developed, we have not been able to access, like just to get to know what is the what is the situation and in which step have they reached at. So sometimes access to information, in some counties it works, but then in Sia County, we are still finding it a little bit of a challenge when it comes to information. But then we really try to look at a situation where we can have allies so that you have maybe a clerk in the assembly that you are able to contact and they are able to give you the document directly if it's not in the website. You are able to also sometimes just get information from them during your interaction. So we have moved beyond relating with duty bearers as duty bearers, but then having individual relations with them so that at least you are able to get access to that information. And also, that also brings me to the aspect of goodwill from the state. Because I think most times civil society organizations, depending on who was before we came, and maybe we have a lot of partners and a lot of interactions. And you find sometimes when one organization maybe misrepresents the civil society organizations, then it's always taken as the whole society has done something wrong. So you find there are some, especially when you're doing advocacy, as my sister was talking about it, you find that you're brushing shoulders with some of the duty bearers, so sometimes you fail to get the goodwill. But I would just say that it's also a good factor that most of the times you find some of them are appreciative. Actually, for us, we've had situations where if they're requesting for a memorandum or inputs on public participation, then they would actually reach out to us and ask us, the deadline is this day, when are you guys submitting your memo or your information? Because sometimes they really rely, the duty bearers sometimes don't have all the time to go through that entire budget document. So they know the civil society organization will do this one, and they reach out and they ask, by the way, have you guys checked what would you like us to incorporate and things like those ones? So there is that goodwill sometimes, and it also depends with the way that you are relating with them. And as I have said, there are people, there are those that have access to that information. There are those that have been capacity built. The civil society organizations have taken their time to build the capacity of each and every one of them. And that is for the people that you are able to meet. But then again, sometimes the big challenge is as my colleague had also said, you find that our poverty levels are so bad, is it? Despite the president promising us, we are really improving, our economic growth is really high, but then tunasema kila siku vitu kwa ground ziko different na vile ziko kwa media. So you find on the ground our situation is really worse. And actually, I was really worried yesterday when even the fuel prices have been increased once again. And I'm wondering then where are we headed to? So you find sometimes because of the hardships that young people face, because of the poverty situation that we face, we are very vulnerable. Normally they say if somebody is able to control your access to food, then they're able to control you, is it? Yeah, that is why you find you want these young people to participate, but then they're like, if you are coming, then what are you giving us? If you are coming, how am I going to benefit? They're not seeing the long-term situation that you not participating in this then means you are almost selling. If you're talking about budget documents, then you have failed to participate in the budget development for that year, and it means that whole year you are so much messed up. And I like there is a campaign that has come up about our situations, and there are some placards that are going around, some e-posters talking about siku participate, and that is why Mheshimiwa amenunua Prado na pesa yetu ya hospitali, I did not do this, and that is why this has happened. And I really like that because it brings the aspect of I am to blame because I was not involved. Not like there wasn't an opportunity, but I chose not to be involved. Yeah, and sometimes the issue of, especially with the current political situation, we engage a lot of young people on the ground just trying to make sure that they're able to access this information. And sometimes you go to people and then they're telling you, Najua, how come you can tell us that you're just coming here to talk to us and there is nothing? There might have been some money that you've been given and they're not giving it to us. Because they know if a politician calls them for 30 minutes, they won't be told anything sensible. But we show you watapewa, maybe 1,000 bob or 2,000 shillings. Like that I was sharing with a friend here. I asked some young people, why do you people really like this politician? And they told me, that guy has money and his money never ends. If you go to his campaigns, everybody will get something. And he understands that 1,000 shillings was created for one person. And me, I'm asking them, do you think he has that money? What is he benefiting by giving you that? and actually is the incumbent member of Parliament, I was asking them, how is he benefiting by giving you this money? Don't you think this money was yours for all these 5 years, and he has not done any development, and he's now giving it to you? And then they were like, you know, now life is also difficult, there is nothing else that we can do. If I'm able to get that, then I count that is my benefit. And sometimes I really feel sorry for those young people, but then with time, with continuous engagement, then they start to realize, with continuous provision of them with the relevant information, that they continue to get to understand that this is the way things are supposed to work, especially when it comes to us understanding government structures and systems. I know you can ask one here if a gun was placed on your head right now to tell us the budget cycle. I don't know how many of us will survive. Wangapi survive? Budget cycle. With the exact dates and the deadlines of which document is supposed to be submitted when. Yes. Yeah, it's a big challenge. As we have been capacity built all that way, but I can tell you sometimes understanding of those systems is really difficult. Yesterday I was sitting somewhere and I drop. Some people were discussing, and one of them was saying, our county has 20 constituencies, and I'm like, and then they have to Google to confirm which county it is. I was really interested to know what was their feedback. They know themselves, yeah, but it was really interesting because from the conversation, I was really enjoying. I was seated a little bit far, but I was really enjoying the conversation they were having. And then you realize, despite the fact that we are actively involved, since we are away from the government structures and systems, we don't really understand them. And it is really a big challenge for us when it comes to social accountability. Because you will go to this duty bearer and tell them 1, 2, 3. And the moment that they know that you have just flocked in one information, then they will pin you down with that. I remember there was a time we did a scorecard of a facility, and then we had a roundtable discussion with the Ministry of Health members. And then they were like, that is not happening. And we had done a scorecard with the community members had agreed that is whatever is on the ground. And for them, they say that facility has medicines and all those other things, and it is their situation. So us having the best, the right information, and just knowing the government structures, the way they operate, will really also help us with accountability. And so on the role of the young people when it comes to social accountability, it is really important for us to participate in pre-budget making process and also the budget implementation, and even after the budget has been done, so that at least we are able to exactly know what is it that is happening in my county. We do not have this. Was it incorporated? Was it not there? What is in our CFSP? What is in our CIDP? What is in the ADP? Are all those things flowing? I know sometimes it's really hard work, but then that is whatever it is that as young people we are supposed to do. And even as we are doing that, within your group, do you always have a conversation with the young people and tell them, by the way, unatuanga budget vile flow, like what are the conversations that we are having? Are we able to initiate these conversations now? My group zetu, like kama kwa group ya boys, what is the conversation? Like what are you guys talking about?
You get another chance to do your parting shot again after a set of questions. So prepare for another punch, right?
Yes.
Let me go to Bernard. Bernard, kindly talk about your organization and what you do and what you think is the role of social inclusion and the PWDs play in democracy and thank you.
Okay. Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my name is Mboku. I'm from an organization called Absolute Power and Rights, CPO. We are based in Gatanga, Murang'a County. Among many other things, majorly we are in agribusiness, but we also champion disability rights. During COVID-19 outbreak, we realized that most PWDs and their caregivers had lost their source of income. So that called us into action. We joined hands as individuals, members of the group. We contributed and we managed to give foodstuffs to over 100 vulnerable PWDs and their caregivers in phase 1, and in phase 2 we also gave 80 PWDs foodstuffs and adult diapers. Because you see, And I also want you to know that everyone is a candidate of disability. You can live with disability anytime.
And I'd like to say that before I say this, I know all of us use media, Silvio. And media, as in, it really means that it is a mass communication. It's either in broadcasting, in publishing, or through internet. So my parting shot today will be, if you don't exist in media for all practical purposes, then you don't definitely exist. Thank you so much.
Politician will come with a language of negative ethnicity. You see, in Kenya we are very peaceful. Note that, and I'll prove. We are very peaceful and we are not tribalism, but we have beautiful culture. Clap once. We have beautiful culture in this sense. Like if you go to the Luo, they have a beautiful culture. There's no way in Luo culture they say that you're not supposed to intermarry with this guy, you're not supposed to vote for this guy, you're not supposed to do this. Also the same with the Kikuyu culture. We don't have somewhere that it says you're not supposed to interact with this, you're not supposed to interact with this. So when the politician comes, they use our people euphoria to create violence. You know, if they come from a certain region, they come and say, we from these people, we are supposed to vote for this person because when they get into government, they will support us as a community. The difference between success and failure is the attitude that you put towards each and everything that you do. So as we go around pushing the agenda of participate as a young person, remember that
from the county where I come from, sometimes accessing information is really difficult, depending on which information that you're looking for. If you're looking for issues to do with data, then it's really a big challenge. But if you're looking for budget documents, you'll get them in the website. And I really admire the work that West Pokot is doing when it comes to issues to do with budget making. I think in the last transparency survey, it was rated the best in the whole country because but I would say CIR we moved from a 22 to at least a 26% in terms of how much open they are, how much transparent the county is with the budget documents. So you find for us it's really still a challenge in terms of accessing information. Even right now, the CIDP that is supposed, the third generation CIDP that is supposed to be developed, we have not been able to access, like just to get to know what is the situation and in which step have they reached at. So sometimes access to information in some counties it works, but then in Sia County, we are still finding it a bit of a challenge when it comes to information.
And I also want you to know that everyone is a candidate of disability. You can live with disability anytime.
We are all candidates of disability. The only thing that we don't know is the time. Look at that. And so with this, even the staff that we have, are we even ready to take care of a staff who can get in tomorrow with a wheelchair? Are we even ready to take care of a staff, even if we hire staff who has visual impairment, with the facilities that we have, with the technology that we have, So we must look into this to ensure that these people are accommodated very well in our surroundings.
I'm very thankful that we are being recognized as best county in transparency. Na hiyo ni thanks to our working group yenye kwa hapa every time in West Pokot County as in tunahakikisha imeenda kwa kupangiwa. So thank you very much for our team and simsimame hata kupigia makofi.
Most of our activities and strategies include that is lobbying, social marketing, information, education to the members of the community organizing, and many others that we do among the activities as Network for Research and Governance.
Women are trying to come up into these leadership spaces, but we still have a lot of difficulties. So we are supposed to really advocate for young women to come up and take these leadership spaces.
Because of the hardships that young people face, because of the the poverty situation that we face, we are very vulnerable. Normally they say if somebody is able to control your access to food, then they're able to control you, is it? Yeah, that is why you find you want these young people to participate, but then they're like, if you are coming, then what are you giving us?
Remember that that small thing that you are doing in your own community, in your own corner, that is what will bring a positive change in whatever we are talking about here. So remember, negative attitude towards what you are doing equals to negative results. Positive attitude towards what you are doing will get positive results. So do what you are doing without wondering if someone will help you. Just participate and let's make this happen.
And then you realize that despite the fact that we are actively involved, since we are away from the government structures and systems, we don't really understand them. And it is really a big challenge for us when it comes to social accountability. Because you will go to this duty bearer and tell them 1, 2, 3. And the moment that they know that you have just flocked in one information, then they will pin you down to that.
Networks ensure that even with the life, ensure that you have staff who live with disabilities. And next time, also when you are going live, ensure that you have a sign language interpreter for those persons who are hearing impairment can follow the proceedings. Thank you very much and have a very nice time.
Yes, a great one. And maybe lastly, I'll finish with a parting shot that is related to what I'm speaking about. That is my thematic area advocacy. And I'd like to say that before I say this, I know all of us use media. Silvio. And media, it really means that it is a mass communication. It's either in broadcasting, in publishing, or through internet. So my parting shot today will be, if you don't exist in media for all practical purposes, then you don't definitely exist. Thank you so much.
That's the perfect ending for panel 1. So we will go and have some sort of break, 10 minutes, and then Joseph, Soup Ozuori, and the other panelists will, take it to panel 2. So thank you everyone. Let's have a break.